Hello, it's 2 o'clock, 2 p.m. Eastern time for Tuesdays at 2. Each Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern time, I come on and talk about a different topic relating to executive career management. And it's a huge topic. So people don't manage their careers and don't look after their careers and totally ignore it. So I'm here to educate. I'm not here to sell. I'm here to educate people across the world, and I have viewers from across the world. If you've got any comments, please put them in the comments below, or you can email me below on my email address, which I've just put on there, with any other comments you have or questions. So please feel free to question me. Doesn't have to be related to today's topic. Anything to do that may be on your mind to do with executive career management, resume writing, executive recruiters, personal branding, cover letters, LinkedIn. Please feel free and put them in the comment section, and at the end I will answer them. Very excited to have you all here because I like to educate. I'm passionate about educating people on their executive career management because, as I alluded to, people don't manage their careers. So today's topic is, I am exhausted. I'm dedicated and exhausted, and I want work-life balance. Now, work-life balance is very, very important today. This topic resonates with me. Very particular. In the last few years, I've noticed how can I put it, a shift in business leaders' approach to work-life balance. And sometimes that was sort of precipitated by COVID, which really helped this shift in a positive direction. And it's very, very good. So delicately balancing the demands of a job while working remotely from home was a new adventure, new phenomenon, new concept to many, not just to business leaders, but to their families, to cater to having their fathers or their mothers at home, which they haven't had before. So it's true, juggling family and work demands can be very exhausting and cause many, many side issues throughout your life. So I suspect many of you listening today or in the replay can relate to this. But work-life balance is very, very important today. Firstly, though, I want to relay a meaningful quote that my police sergeant said to me on the first day when I I was assigned to a police station in the Metropolitan Police after leaving a 6 month grueling time at the Metropolitan Police Training School at Hendon in London, UK. And this statement that he made, first statement he made, he was my probationary sergeant, sticks with me to today. So this statement resonates really true with me. And I think about it almost every day. So he said to me, Buckland, look after number one, yourself, before you look after others. Consider yourself important. Now let's repeat that because there's a lot you can digest into that. So he said, Buckland, look after number one, yourself, meaning me, before you look after others. Consider yourself important. And that same applies to your career management. You are important, and look after yourself. That is very, very true today. Now let's delve into the executive dilemma that many people face when they're talking about work-life balance. Executives are often caught in a relentless tug-of-war between two distinct lives, their professional life and their personal life. So on one side, there are demands of a high pressure job, and lots of people have got high pressure jobs, the long hours, the constant decision making and swift decision making, and it's very, very important decision making, maybe extensive travel, the responsibilities for teams and their employees' success and their morale and productivity. And then on the flip side, you have families, their personal interests, their own well being, all clamoring, both clamoring for attention in the middle. And you are the person in the middle. So this constant juggling act can leave even the most dedicated and energetic and excited executive leader feeling kind of depleted and overwhelmed, and yes, deflated and exhausted. They ask themselves, is this sustainable? Is this the life they want to lead? As humans, we can only take a certain amount of stress before it plays out in our health. And many people can relate to that. I've heard many sad stories about that. So let's tackle, first of all, let's tackle the myth of a perfect balance, a balance of career management and work-life management. So before we dig deeper, let's address a common, very common misconception. Perfect work-life balance is a myth. Life is dynamic, and there will always be times when work demands, business demands more of our attention, and then times the other way around when our personal lives take precedence. So it is a balancing act, and you have to you have to navigate through that. What are we really seeking is not a perfect balance, but a sense of harmony and control over our lives. And think back to that statement I just relayed from my police sergeant in the Metropolitan Police in London again. So that really reiterates it. So the cost of imbalance can be cumbersome, can be a lot. So when we fail to achieve this harmony, the costs can be very emotionally, mentally, and financially significant. So there's a lot to play with there. So here are 4 points that work-life balance could play out. Number one, burnout. Chronic stress can lead to physical and emotional exhaustion. I've seen that in many, many people. Number 2, health issues. Poor work-life balance is linked to increased heart disease and other issues, plus depression and anxiety. Number 3, strained relationships. And relationships are the backbone of our success and our lives. Our personal relationships often bear the brunt of our work-related stress. You take your frustration, your anxiety, your unhappiness and work issues home with you. It's a thing that happens all the time. You can't just separate the two. Number 4, decreased productivity. So ironically, overworking can actually make us less effective in our jobs, and there are statistics to prove that. So, okay, let's now review strategies for achieving a work-life balance and harmony, because that's what we all want in the end. But it is achievable, but you have to navigate through various things. Finally, if anybody's got any questions, please put them in the comments, and I'll be happy to answer them as we wrap up this Tuesdays at 2. So how can you move towards a more balanced life? Here are some strategies that I hope will have benefited my clients when I hear what they've gone through and how they've helped with their work-life balance. Number 1, Set clear boundaries. This might mean not checking in work emails after a certain hour, or dedicating specific times for family activities. There's nothing wrong in this. Don't feel guilty. You are in charge of your life. Reflect back onto that statement. Number two, prioritize self care. Regular exercise, adequate sleep, and healthy eating are non-negotiable. Non-negotiable. They are the foundation of our ability to perform well in all areas of our life, the everyday. Number three, learn to delegate. We do not have to do everything ourselves. Trusting the team and coaching the team members not only lightens our workload, but it also helps them grow and learn new skills and learn from their mistakes and their successes. That is also a very good leadership quality. Do not control others. Number four, use technology wisely. Wisely is the important term there. While technology can blur the lines between work and personal life, it can also be used to increase efficiency and create a more personal time and increase productivity. Number five, practice mindfulness. Be present in the moment, whether at work or at home. Can you significantly reduce stress and increase satisfaction? You can. You can do that. So the role of organizational culture, you have to be organized and you have to have that set culture. So it's important to note that achieving work-life balance isn't solely an individual responsibility. Business leaders have the power and, of course, the duty to foster a culture that values and supports work-life balance. That is very, very important, and a good leader will do that. Personally, I am not sure how many do, having listened to many people, many leaders. So how this might involve, you encourage flexible work arrangements like the popular hybrid model, the schedule, which has really come to the highlight and been so prevalent since COVID. And the hybrid model, many employers support that. Some don't, some do. So modeling a healthy work-life behaviors ourselves. So think of it, what I've just gone through. All that stuff is very, very important. Regularly checking in with team members about their well-being. That's where a good leader and a coach come into play. Providing resources for stress management. And notice when people are teetering on problems, their mental health may be deteriorating, and challenging them and asking them. So remember, achieving work-life balance is an ongoing process, 24/7, 365, not a one-time achievement, one-time incident or action. It requires constant reassessment and adjustment as lives and careers evolve. So as I wrap this up, I encourage every one of you listening today to reflect on your own work-life balance. Hopefully you've got something from this. What changes can you make starting today to move towards a more harmonious life? Remember, just small steps can lead to big changes over time, and work-life balance is so important. So thank you for listening today. If anybody's got any questions, I'm more than happy to answer them. I love presenting and sharing my knowledge and educating people, because work-life balance is very, very important. And so many people, that scares me, that they don't know about work-life balance, and they're either workaholics, or they don't put the effort into their work, or whatever. So anybody got any questions? Doesn't have to be related to work-life balance. It can be related to anything. My email is on the screen there. If anybody wants a free, no obligation, no sales pitch, 30-minute resume or CV critique, I'm more than happy to give it to them on Zoom. I go through it from top to bottom, because I'm going to tell you that 80% of the resumes or the CVs are poor. And it's your first impression. You only get one chance to make that impression, and the first impression. And of course, today they're not read by human beings, they're human eyes. They're read by scanning machinery. And one mistake, one character wrong, one line wrong, one bullet wrong, and you could just never have an interview for ages and ages and ages, because a resume doesn't get you the job, it gets you the interview. So if anybody wants a free, no obligation resume critique, email me at martin@analyteresume.com. Or you want to free LinkedIn audit, I'm more than happy to go through your LinkedIn audit, because I see some shocking LinkedIn, where some simple mistakes can add huge value and impact and get you more traffic to your LinkedIn profile for free, and just takes 10 or 15 minutes, not even that sometimes. And then I have an extensive YouTube channel. If you want to go and learn more about executive career management, I think I've got something like over 700 videos there. So go to my my YouTube channel, and please press the subscribe button, and then press the bell button, where you will be notified of future videos to come. And I'm always creating videos for people, because I like to educate. I don't have to sell. I like to educate. And that's what I'm here for, because executive career management is crucial today, because it takes up so much of your life. And then when you balance it, it makes your home life a lot happier, and makes your work life a lot happier. So I think that's about it. If anybody's got any other questions, no. My next Tuesday is my education is slim, no degree, little else. Will this harm my recruitment? So we'll talk about your education, whether you've got sufficient or whether you've got lack thereof, next Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And remember, I'm more than happy to give anybody a free, no obligation resume critique, just in the subject matter line. When you email martin@analyteresume.com, put in the subject matter line that you found me here, you were listening to me on Tuesdays at 2. And be honest, tell me what you thought of this Tuesdays at 2. Did you learn anything? I'd be happy to. I've got a tough skin. I want to learn myself. So have a great week. Do one thing this week to manage your career. I would suggest you look for people on LinkedIn that are within your audience that you would like to connect with. Don't link in or connect with people outside your audience. And there are several videos on that on my YouTube channel. Be very, very specific to your audience. So do one thing this week. Start connecting with people in your audience, because those people might be able to bring you value when you're in trouble. You've been terminated, you've been laid off, you've been let go, or whatever you want to call it. Have a great week. I will see you next Tuesday for another Tuesdays at 2. Thank you.